What's going on, everybody? This is AJ Batista, and you're listening to another episode of the Bomcast. I'm joined by my usual co-hosts, Mike Morano and Patrick O'Chang. Is World War III here? Troy Aikman may make $180 million from ESPN. And Chris Brown, T-Pain, we love rap music. What's going on, fellas?
I don't think you got
Oh, okay, I get that. That was good. I was like, what the fuck did Chris Brown do? But yeah, that's the intro to Kiss Kiss.
Yeah.
The classic 2007 song.
I needed a third thing for the intro, and I just couldn't think of anything. So
I could have named it a little bit more.
That was the first thing that popped into my head.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I would have talked about the lockout, but
we talked about lockout last week. So
old news.
Yeah, new things are happening.
No, they're not, Mike.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. There's
what new thing happened? They upped like the minimum salary.
What, they talked for 40 minutes instead of 30? What new thing?
No. The past couple, they've been meeting every day. They've met Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they're meeting today.
Wow, like they should have been.
They've been meeting for. Monday they met for like 4 or 5 hours.
They talked,
So they talked. They
talked it out. Everything's gonna be good now. We're gonna give it another chance.
The biggest thing right now is that MLB put a hard date of February 28th, and they said that that's a hard date. If we don't get a deal done by the 28th, we're canceling games and we're not making them up.
Wow.
So they said that affects your pay.
Yeah. I read that
they should have done it
yeah.
as February 29th. That would be funny because it's not a leap year. And then they're like, whoa, there is no February 29th.
So they have a whole year. Yeah, no, so they're gonna say they're gonna cancel games. So I'm very curious on which side kind of budges first. And it's like, all right, we'll sacrifice this. I still think the players are still going to call their bluff because we still have a whole month of spring training.
Yeah.
So I think the players might call their bluff.
I could see the players compromising first because the players are going to want to get paid. They don't play games. They're going to start losing money. And like, not even like a little bit of money. Like some of these players are going to be losing 6 figures a game. It's going to be nuts, or 5 figures a game, whatever it is. So I feel like the players might compromise first. I don't know. That could be wrong, but that's just kind of my gut feeling.
It's tough to say. It really is just depending on if they call their bluff or not. I know the players probably. I know Lindor said like back in the players meeting a couple weeks ago that he hinted that like they're fine with missing games.
Okay,
but I mean that's just screwing over everyone else.
Exactly.
Well.
I mean, because players who have guaranteed money, I mean.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter for them. So Lindor, I believe he has guaranteed money, right?
No, but I'm saying it doesn't matter if it's guaranteed or not. Like if they don't,
they don't play, they don't get paid. Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what the reason why
they're on strike.
Yeah,
that's why they only played 60 games in the lockout because during the COVID year because they wanted to play more games, the players, so they can get paid more of their money.
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. No game, no pay, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the update. They're gonna meet today. If they don't meet by if they don't get a deal done by the 28th, and they are. And if you look at the contract, like they are just super far apart on everything.
Yeah, they don't agree on one thing.
Well, universal DH. There's that.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean they're making little progress. It's just like no one's making that big leap yet.
No one's compromising.
Yeah. What's the big thing the players want? Like, what's the most important thing they want?
Players want. They want to fix like the luxury tax situation, the CBT.
Oh, they want to like they want like a salary floor. Like you have to have enough money spent.
It's like some, but it's not like everyone wants that. That is always such a weird topic because like it's so all over the place. They want a bonus pool where people can get paid more. And then they want like they're trying to figure out the number of people that would be into this bonus pool. Free agents eligibility, service
like
time
faster, right? Yeah.
They want service time lowered, shit like that.
Don't they want to do something with arbitration too?
I think it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
There's a lot into it. I know that they want minimum salaries to be updated or upgraded. And the owners have agreed to add 10,000. They keep adding on to it. I think it's at 640 right now, 640,000 the minimum, and it's going to raise 10,000 every year. And
what do the players want it at though?
I want to
750.
say 750.
Okay, $750,000. It's pretty
I
good.
want to say that, maybe more. Whatever the players are asking for is so out of proportion compared to what the owners want.
Right.
It's so out of the question. Like the bonus pool they want is 115 million. And right now they have it up to 20 million. That's after 3 days of negotiation. So they went from 0 to 20 million for a bonus pool that they could all share together for like players that like who are like for example, this would help like Corbin Burns won the Cy Young because he's only making 600,000 or 600 whatever $1,000 a year, and
he would get a big bump.
Also, it's kind of like the contract incentives, like in the NBA, like if you make a certain thing, you get more money in your next contract, whatever.
Yeah,
like
I would. Yeah, kind
or
of
like how like Odell got money because they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
kind of. That's
yeah. It's basically rewarding the players like the MLB's like top players, rewarding them with.
All right. Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So I really wonder who's gonna strike first.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sick of hearing about the lockout. Or it's just figure it out.
I've been seeing
five more years. NBA
just ESPN covered a whole lot. ESPN's been covering it a whole lot.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised about that.
Have they? I don't watch ESPN. I try not to.
ESPN's one of like my 3 channels that I put on every night that I fall asleep to. It's ESPN, Comedy Central, Hallmark. So it's one of those 3. So ESPN just made it to the merry-go-round, but I woke up today with Hallmark on.
What are you watching on Hallmark? What's on? What
Golden Girls.
That's it.
Golden Girls. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll turn the channel expecting Golden Girls, and then there's something else on, and I don't change it because I'm going to sleep anyway. So I wake up to that stuff. Yeah. Because ESPN they repeat it over and over again, so I have to hear it all the time. The same things that they said. So yeah, those are the Food Network's kind of inching up there, but.
Okay.
Diners, drivers, and what is it? Diners,
drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah. So
Top Chef. I should have just said that.
I like Food Network because they always have like the kids make something and they always get freaked out over random stuff. Like they're running all over the kitchen and stuff. And these like grown ass people just watching them be like, "Oh, she's not going to have that much time to do that. Not going to have that much time to put that in the oven at 360. It's going to need time to preheat." And they're all like commentating about it. Yeah, that's my favorite part.
My whole family, we got new phones in December, and part of the thing was we get Discovery Plus free for a year. So I've been checking that out.
What fucking scam is that?
I've never
wow.
in my life.
They have every kind of bad reality. I was watching a show about these rednecks in West Virginia hunting for river monster. I was having a blast.
Oh my! Well, didn't we like watch a show like that once?
Yeah, I was like eating dinner. They were monster hunting in the mountains.
Yes, we were watching that. Not speaking, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and they were.
Like, what the fuck are we watching?
It was at night, so they all had not X-ray. What's the thing?
Night vision.
Night vision. They all had night vision goggles on. And they were looking for some kind of monster up in a mountain somewhere. And one of them got scared and they shot at each other.
Yes, I remember this.
They thought each other was the monster and they shot at each other.
God.
I'm watching this other show, or not watching, I should say, but I watched like 4 episodes. It's called like Karma's a Bitch or something. And it's hosted by Bobby Bacala. And it's just him going around talking to people that have been cheated on, and the way he sets it up, they have him walk around either the same empty warehouse or the same rooftop. He's in a suit and he's like, Jessica really liked Joey, and he just sets it up and he goes, "Karma's a bitch," and he's just walking around the same rooftop in the city. I love it.
AJ Lee started watching that show because he saw Bobby Bacala in the thumbnail. I was like, you know what? This has to be good.
That's exactly what I did. That is exactly what I did. I'm big again on King of Queens reruns.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that's always on TV too. King of Queens is always on. I had a phase with Press Your Luck on Hulu.
Okay.
With no whammies and shit.
Yeah, I love Press Your Luck.
They make the worst jokes. Because I used to watch the original when I was a kid, and then they have like a remake now, and the remake sucks. It's good, but it sucks, if that makes any sense. Because the jokes are awful, the people are unbearable, but like it's fun. So I get hooked on like game shows a lot. I wish I had more game shows on streaming channels.
We need baggage on every what's it called? Streaming
the
service.
last like The last like 5 years or so on, the main networks, they really made a comeback. Like all the old games.
Yeah, in the summer, ABC has a whole night dedicated to
Yeah,
it.
they've really made a comeback. Like Alec Baldwin hosts one. With
Uh,
the
uh,
National-
No, he's not canceled anymore. It's okay. Tim Dillon was on his
hosting it
podcast. It's
now?
okay. He's cool.
What?
He's not hosting it now, is he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Yeah. Al Baldwin's okay, bro. He's not in jail. He's fine. Tim Dillon was on his
Oh.
podcast.
yeah, he
Yeah,
hosts
was it?
Match Game.
Bro, I have been seeing because it's always on at work. It's like I have like a TV in the studio, and it's I never change it, and it's always on like E Insider,
Mm-hmm.
like a channel, and like it's always just a video of Alec Baldwin crying every time, and it's just like I don't even understand it. I just thought Alec Baldwin was still canceled or not canceled. That's such a stupid thing to say.
He's not in good graces with the.
He's not in good
people.
graces with people. That's what I thought.
He did
You know
kill
what
someone.
I've been watching, like leaving on in the background the last couple of months. I've gotten really into it. Local news, like ABC 7, Pix 11.
Pix 11, man. I like Pix 11.
I've been really, really just into it recently.
Pix 11's cool because I watch about 3 Met games a year on Pix 11 when
Yeah.
they don't have it on SNY.
There's the Yankees on my 9 too.
Yeah, Channel 2, CBS, the legend Maurice Dubois, the legend. I've been really into it.
I've been trying to, I've been trying to, broaden my horizon a little bit. Watch some news, watch some educational things on YouTube. I like doing that. Me and Pat have been into it.
I've been into that for a very long time.
What
US
educational things on YouTube?
This
you
random
watch?
U.S. history videos. I have a list of YouTubers if anyone wants
not
to
like
check them
crash
out,
course
because-
stuff.
yeah.
Like people actually like legit explaining things without like having it be explained like they're talking to a 7-year-old.
Mhm.
I try to act like I'm not. So when actually like, it's cool. I've been learning about a lot of like presidential elections and all that because that's all they allow here in the asylum. So I can only watch.
When I hear that, he's convinced himself he's in a mental
Very
asylum.
expensive asylum that I'm going
He's
to.
that lonely. He's convinced himself someone's putting him up in a fucking mental hospital. Oh my god.
I'm in a fucking mental
Yeah, if
hospital.
you got-
I tell my mom that on the phone. I'm like, yeah, I kind of, it's a little. I don't know when I'm gonna eat. I don't know when they allow me to eat here in the asylum. My mom's like, you could leave the apartment anytime you want and go out and get something. I'm like, no, because they track me.
They're gonna be mad.
I'm gonna be mad. I'd rather just sit here and watch fucking Hallmark for another 4 hours.
Let's
I've
take
been
you to
in-
a TV. It's nice.
I've been into a YouTube channel called My Old Car for like the last month. It's just this guy just makes videos about all different either car companies or car model. Like the other day I watched a whole video about why Saturn as a car company failed. It's fucking
I think I've seen the thumbnail for that actually.
Yeah, I love it.
Those are great videos. Anything talk about companies failing
Yeah.
or just like buildings abandoned. There's a whole YouTube channel of abandoned buildings that I watch all the time.
There's this other fun YouTube channel. It's about abandoned amusement parks or like amusement parks that got shut down. I forget the hell.
Those are always a phase things to watch, just like abandoned things.
I forget what it's called.
I used to watch this dude who would just break and enter things, and then he was chased by the cops. It was Ali Law was the guy's name. I love Ali Law. It was a me and Will thing. This dude would just break into areas, and then the cops would chase him, and then he'd get arrested, and then he'd get out on bail, and then he would post next to you going, "What's up, everybody? Oh, I just got arrested." It was dude. I love Ali Law because he would break into like closed water parks, like abandoned buildings.
What would
Or,
he
like,
do while he was in there? Like after he
walk
broke
around
in?
and record. That was it. Like he would just when he went to the abandoned water, not the abandoned, it was just closed. He just went in with his friends, went down the slide a couple times. Security guards came up and he was running away from them. There was times that he brought like fans with them.
Really?
He brought like fans with him, like these two people, and like they broke into somewhere, and the guards tackled the fan like hard and arrested them, and he ran away. Goes, "Oh my god, they got her! They got her!" And, like no worry about it.
What's his name?
Ali Law.
Ali.
ALLY Law.
I
it's such a
Yeah,
fan-
sneaking into a water park at 2 a.m. 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
have you guys ever watched like the
Fought
bounty
by
hunter
angry-
videos on YouTube?
Yes. Oh my god. They're
The
stupid.
best.
Like I saw one. It's like I watched one, and like it was like set up for like there's apparently like a 4-hour unlike edited cut of it but like they pulled up to like some like rednecks like farm, and they were trying to find
Patty
this lady.
Mayo.
Yes,
Sorry,
yeah, Patty Mayo,
yeah.
that guy. And he was just like talking all this shit, and this chick was like hiding in like the septic. Nah, I don't know if it's a septic tank. She was hiding in a tank or some shit. And it took like the whole video to find her. It was funny. I saw it on TikTok first. I had to go find the whole video, but it was funny. But I would not be able to watch that for more than like a week. I'd be like, oh, this is stupid.
I remember sophomore year in college, I got really into To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, we all did.
That
was a problem. We were sitting in the suite watching Catch a Predator for hours. Like, wow, it's like, oh, this is great.
Bro,
they would have the full episodes up, and like I used to have a whole playlist on YouTube. Like, what's it called? Of them, I think they all got removed though.
My favorite one is when after Chris Hansen catches the guy tells him his name is Aladdin.
It's a dude who was like naked in the fucking the room,
like,
right? Yeah.
There's no way that's his real name, Aladdin.
Aladdin is 36, and he's here trying to talk to a 13-year-old girl. He said, "I'll bring the condoms and the juice boxes. You bring the vibes." No.
Yeah, that was an interesting show because but you can never find it on TV. You always had to find it on YouTube.
Well, they don't. It's old as fuck. Like
yeah, we were too young when it was on Dateline. We were
Dateline. There's like a Dateline every week.
Reruns, though.
No, they make a new Dateline every week.
They were like news specials.
Yeah.
Like news specials.
They were. They were
like everyone tuned in at 11 o'clock on a Friday night to go watch Chris Hansen catch pedophiles.
Tucker Carlson just throwing it to Chris Hansen at fucking Friday night at 9.
Do you know who I am? Yeah. I watch your show all the time. Those are the funniest. I watch your show all the time. You watch your show. What are you doing here?
I remember there was one he knew. He became like friends with the guy. They took the train together.
Yeah.
Even like, Chris Hansen was caught off guard by that one.
What are you doing here? One of the best ones was at the beach when they just pulled up and Chris Hansen is sitting like, "What are you doing here?" He said, "Oh no." I just love them trying to get like, "Okay, you can leave," and then they can't leave. The cops are outside. It's such a setup. So you can go, okay, and then the cops just pull up and beat the shit out of them.
Dude, you know what's taking forever for me?
What?
This Trump Truth app.
Oh, you still haven't gotten approved?
Dude, it's still going.
Oh my! Has it moved at all?
It hasn't moved. This is my number. It's number 485,140.
That's disgusting.
And it's been like 2 days, and they still. What I think is the funniest thing, it says, "Thank you for joining. Due to massive demand, we have placed you on our wait list. We love you, and you're not just another number to us, but here's your wait list number below."
That is Donald Trump said that sentence. He just typed it. That was the most Trump sentence. We love you. It's a massive number.
It shouldn't take this long, should it?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
It's
called truth.
Let's turn my notifications on. Maybe that will help. Well, I don't want my notifications to be on because like, what if I'm like just on the phone in public and like it says, "Hey, your Truth social app is good to go."
Yeah.
No, I really hope people are still on it because like with Parler, it only lasted a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But I really hope the Truth thing lasts, dude, because I have to go. I have to go so hard in that.
Are you gonna do a similar thing to Parler with Eddie Reinhardt and just?
Oh yeah, Eddie Reinhardt's making a comeback. I already made it my username and everything, and I'm gonna have to just go off and make these crazy claims.
The midterms are coming out. Might so sway the election with Eddie Reinhardt.
Especially with World War III happening.
Oh man!
Speaking of World War III, I just saw this picture on Instagram. It's a soccer player. He used to play for Arsenal. It's a little kid wearing a jersey with his name on it. The soccer player showing a red card to a soldier. No caption. Just that's the whole thing. This is a kid showing a red card like this to the soldier. That's the cap. That's the picture. I think it's supposed to be a message or something. Thank you, Mizzou.
Here's my stupid take on everything like that. We're gonna go through a very serious situation for a while. It's a very serious thing. And I'm gonna have to see some of the stupidest posts on Instagram and on Twitter. And
Instagram's worse. It's just Instagram stories. What you can do about Ukraine? And I gotta go through your story 6 times. So I'm not gonna look at it.
I'm gonna have to like post a picture of myself like this, like my hat on, hood up, just going like this, like, and like in the captions be like, "Dude, I feel bad for Ukraine, dude." Like, fuck. Damn, bro. That shit gotta stop now. I'm gonna make a video like that. Like I'm just gonna like sit. It's gonna be like, all right, here's what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be nothing. It's gonna be recording, and you're gonna see me go. Well, that shit gotta stop in Ukraine, bro. Not cool, guys.
You're like a YouTuber.
Get out there. Get out there now.
Somebody's setting up the food now.
We can make a difference. Sandwich on white.
That's what they should do. That's what the combat should do. Breakdancing.
Burlington Coat Factory.
It's not Burlington Coat Factory anymore. It's just Burlington. Told you so
is
many
it?
times. Yeah. Burlington all that way. I think I told you that Burlington was good, and we went that one time and we couldn't. Actually, AJ found some shit. We couldn't find anything.
The 2 NBA shirts.
Oh yeah, that's true. It just says NBA on it.
That was at Burlington?
Yeah. We went to
$7
Destiny.
each.
Yeah. But I love it. Every time I go to Burlington, I find a good time. Because there's usually some random ass sports shit that you can find. They moved to Burlington by me actually. Like I went over there one day. I got tight because it wasn't there. I couldn't find out where it moved to. I was gonna fucking throw something. So there's no way they moved the shit.
Every time
Mike
I walk
breakdance.
to Burlington,
What
were you saying, AJ?
Oh no, sorry, go.
No, I was gonna make a stupid joke. It's fine.
Oh.
Had no purpose to the
I was just
conversation.
saying Mike breakdancing like that. Have you ever seen the thing from Power Rangers where right before the one Power Ranger starts
Yes.
fighting all the bad guys, he breakdances?
They had to be the black guy too. Like I don't know why.
No, but like
was
why
hella
is
racist.
society's message to like disaster music and dancing? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like when those fuckers sang the John Lennon song when COVID started.
Oh,
Which by the way,
imagine.
guys, I don't know
Oh.
if you guys know that COVID isn't a thing anymore. COVID does not exist anymore. We're fully on the war now. No more. You don't have to wear a mask. No vax cards. No nothing. We're just focused on the war. Because I haven't heard anything about COVID since like maybe January 15th.
The news really did make the switch, yeah. All the
crazy.
the news coverage, yeah. They really did.
We should also be told about how it was 60 degrees yesterday. It's gonna be a fucking blizzard tonight, but
It's
that's
true.
life.
It's true. Yeah.
That's the third time this has happened in the past.
I've been seeing a lot of
It's
tweets
been
of people.
60 degrees and it snowed 2 days later.
It's 29 degrees outside right now. It's fucking
disgusting.
nuts.
I walked outside
It was
yesterday.
65
It was my day off.
yesterday.
Beautiful day. Went to the gym. Had a nice time. I'm gonna have to wear a coat to work today. Disgusting.
I hope the gym's closed tomorrow. It's not gonna be, but
It starts slowing at midnight. So.
yeah, it's not, and it's not supposed to be bad enough on Long Island like it is, like in the rest of the state. It's not.
Yeah,
I
I
heard
heard
my
north of
yesterday,
84, which always is stupid when they say that because I live next to 84. So I don't know if that means my house was going to get fucked or not. I never know. Because it's like 84 is here, my house is here. It's like, okay.
I've been seeing a lot of people tweet being like, it should be illegal that it's 70 degrees today and tomorrow it's going to be 30. But shut up.
You can't control the weather.
Because the
laws.
legality of Mother Nature is not
So when we get past this situation that we're in, and then in 10 years when global warming starts hitting its peak, and like we start making funny posts, or not funny posts, but like posts on Instagram about global warming, are we going to be like, yo, we got to do something about global warming today? Because that's how we answer the things. That's how we answer the issues in our life. with DJ music.
Yeah.
You understand how stupid that sounds?
I'll tell you what. It could be 200 degrees around because of global warming, but DJ Vinny Dice will still be at that Italian restaurant next door to the gym. Fucking just
You see Big Time Tommy or no?
No. He brings Tony Sausage.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is why I say I'm never going to Long Island. Like, if I'm ever in Long Island, I would have to apologize for a lot of shit. But actually, the biggest reason I don't want to go to Long Island is I'm afraid I'm gonna like it.
Bro,
then I'm gonna have to move there, just like Syracuse.
Bro, they get the place. They pack that place out every Friday. People up on their feet dancing. A couple of weeks ago, they were playing an EDM remix of the wedding song from The Godfather. Can't make that up. Kind of funny.
Pat, you mentioned the Syracuse thing again.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we should just make a list of like pros to moving.
Pros and cons.
Rent is not expensive. Luke and Watling. I think that's
so
enough.
Low cost of living, low cost of entertainment activities. If you
The
make
city of Syracuse, though, is just in the con. That is just in the con.
When they mean by low cost of entertainment activities is it's pretty cheap to go outside and find a rock and throw it at a wall.
That's actually how they made food in Oswego. You know, you guys should report that in the Mega Pack experience.
I used to have this joke, and it was an awful joke. That remember Lonus?
Yeah.
In Oswego, Lonus was a hall in Oswego.
It was like
it was a dorm. It was like
Dude,
people
the dorm, yeah.
It was like the Wild West.
I made a joke. And I said that these people aren't real people. I said like they don't exist. I said they're chained up at Lonus. And like they're forced to live there. And the only source of like nutrition they get is rocks and Mountain Dew. Because like I've never met you. Never met in Moreland. The only person I've ever seen. I've never met, but I've seen them because I
met one person from Lonus.
I met someone from. I didn't meet them, but I was at Mac. What's it called?
Mackin.
Mac. I went to Mackin
for
dinner.
Forgot about that.
So people from Lonus it's connected there from that and the other one. And the only girl that I ever saw from Lonus, she walked downstairs to get mail and she was barefoot.
John Denver?
What?
There was a girl that lived in Seneca that looked like John Denver. That would walk around barefoot in like the lobby.
Yeah.
Maybe did she walk around barefoot in the cafeteria too? The cafeteria, the fuck, the dining hall.
I wouldn't put it past her.
I don't remember. I remember them doing it in the lobby. It was always weird because they'd be barefoot in the lobby, but it wouldn't be like in May. It's not.
She looked like.
No, look up John Denver. They look exactly the same.
No, I'm looking.
Yeah, I know. I'm being 100% honest.
We're not lying. Yeah,
that's Watling.
Spitting image, and her boyfriend looked like the Wish version of John Wick. Bro, they were a couple, man.
They were something, man. I got stuck in the elevator with them once. I was terrified. Nothing was worse than being stuck in an elevator with a couple, bro. One time I was doing my laundry. These two walked in. They started making out in the corner. I was like, "Are you fucking serious right now? It's 9:00 on a Friday night. Go to like the bar or something. Don't be, God, go do it in your room. You don't just fucking watch me take my laundry up to my room."
What was your guys? Did you guys, when you guys first moved into your dorm freshman year, did you guys have like a group meet with your wing?
Yes. The floor.
How did that go?
No, it was just like the RA had it.
RA had what?
The RA made one for the floor, so they'll tell us when we have a
I was saying, did anyone ever talk in it?
No.
Oh wait, Mike, are you saying group meeting or group me? Like
group me. He said group me.
Oh, I didn't have that.
I had one and it was extremely active.
Really?
Well, you lived in Johnson.
It's gonna be
Johnson Hall, and it was always the same fucking people, and it was just like it's like Friday at like 10, and be like, anyone want to go down and watch Rick and Morty today, huh? Anyone want to go down and watch Rick and Morty today, huh? Rick and Morty college thing, and I just so much, dude. They would say some shit like that, or like, anyone want to come down to the common room, play like fucking pool.
My favorite was in Seneca we smash.
Oh, I remember that.
It was a snap story created by the dude who lived next to me. It was just people on set.
Oh, he made it?
Stupid shit. Yeah, he made it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Like
there was a couple for Seneca.
Yeah, there was. I don't know. Yeah, it was stupid.
Was
then
it
there was
snap group or
Cayuga
it was a snap. It was like, you can make your own snap story in the area.
Oh, it
was
okay.
Like,
yeah. There was in Seneca we smash. I forget the name of the other one, and then there was Cayuga Cocksuckers. There was that one.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, we had in freshman year we had like a group meet. There was also like the Seneca group meet. I think you were part of that too, AJ.
Oh, I might have
right before whenever like I think Watling added us to it.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody in Seneca was just in it, and they go, "Yo, where we going tonight?" Oh, we're going to Ferris. Ah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
I remember I've only been to like AJ's room a couple of times in Seneca, and I always remembered like having to take the elevator and having it be like so long of a trip to get to his room.
Because the elevators were broken at all times. There was one elevator working in Seneca.
It was terrible.
It was horrible. I mean, me and AJ lived in the 6th floor. I lived in the 7th floor. So it was just like we couldn't take the stairs. You just had to wait.
It was terrible. Oh,
Because in Johnson,
Remember when I
bro,
used to I would press every floor before us. And sorry, Mike. And I would just scream hello every time the door opened.
Yes, it was the most annoying thing ever. But it was funny for like a month, and then I was like, okay.
What were you saying, Mike? I'm sorry.
and I said, all I had to do was just take the stairs to my room. But I also had the worst people to live around. It's the worst.
Like what? What happened?
I can't think of. I mean, like the community. We had to do community service.
Yeah.
And I remember being called down one time because with Johnson Community Service, you need to have, I think, 10 hours a year, and you needed 5 a semester.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it? Oh no, it was 10 a semester. But you needed 5 by the midway point of the semester.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't do any my first year, and they would kick you out if you didn't do it.
Really?
Like they were so strict on it. They kicked you out of Johnson, and they moved you to wherever.
Moved to one of the cool places.
So I didn't do it like the first half semester. So I got called into their office, and they were like, "You have no hours." And I went, "Okay, I'll just do it at the end of the semester. Like I still have time." They go, "No, but you needed 5 by this time." And I'm like, "Okay, but if I could just have 10 by the end." But they go, "No, since you didn't do any, we're adding 5 more. So you have to do 15 in 3 weeks." I was like, "All right." They go, "Well, why didn't you do it?" I'm like, "Honestly, I just didn't see anything of me to do." And they freaked out on me.
What did you end up doing? What was the community service you had to do?
I went to Rice Creek.
Mm-hmm.
So Rice Creek was just, I can't even explain what Rice Creek was.
It was like a field.
It's just
It was
sports,
just like a
right?
field.
Yeah.
It was nice. I think it was really for like biology students,
Yeah.
I want to say,
Makes
to
sense.
observe like the wild. I don't know what the fuck they did, but the guy was getting. I love this guy. Well, I don't even know his name, but I'm connected with him on LinkedIn. He's still messaging me every time I update it. Great guy. Alan Harris, great guy. I think he just kind of got tired of trying to make things for people to do because there was so many people from Johnson coming in asking for it. He literally was just like, "Dude, walk around the trail and then come back when you have the right amount of hours." Because there was a trail, so he literally he gave us like. He would just be like, "Here's gloves, clear out the stick. If you see a stick in the trail, just throw it into the woods."
So
Like,
you just had to walk around for 5 hours?
He's
like, whatever hours you need, just walk around, come back. And then if you feel like it's getting too cold, come back in, warm up and stay and warm up as however long you need, and then go back out. And that would count as everything.
Wow.
It was insane. So I just kept doing that.
It's pretty good.
But like everyone would just break out into dances at some point in Johnson. It was like I never liked it. But like the thing about Johnson is too, you didn't just
what kind of dances would they do?
You didn't just have to do.
I'm imagining all in Camp Rock and then they just start dancing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining.
No, okay. So, but you didn't just have to do the community service. You had an extra class on top of it.
Okay.
And then you had to like write
essays.
It was 1 credit.
That's stupid as fuck.
It was a GST class, and you had like write
GST
essays for it, and you had to also go to community. You had to go to like community events and like get to know the people in your dorm.
Mm-hmm.
So like you would have to go downstairs and like go to like a juggling lesson. And it would just be these people trying to juggle and they're all fucking dropping it. And they all just start like going. Do you remember like the All-Star game with Shaquille O'Neal when he's
with the Jabberwockies? Yeah.
That's what they would do. Like they would drop it and then they'd be like, "Man," and then one guy would be like, "Hey man, cheer up. Let's get down with it." And I would start going. It was the weirdest thing to me, and I don't understand why we didn't just leave and go somewhere else. But like it was like its own world.
On the mic.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. What
Mike was going off about Johnson kids breakdancing.
Oh yeah.
Nah. Every time I think of Johnson, I was gonna think that scene in Camp Rock where all in the circle is dancing and shit with the shitty music playing in the background.
But the best way I could describe Johnson Hall to you guys is orientation of Oswego.
That makes sense. That's why I
Just
was
year
getting at.
round.
Just year round. They that ball pit was just there year round.
People were going crazy. Like I had to go on scavenger hunts and to get to know people where I had to like knock on their doors and like ask some information and stuff. It was
disgusting.
It was awful.
That's awful.
And
it was great in Seneca. It was just loud. It wasn't even that loud. You threw a bug.
Yeah, no, every once in a while you'd hear like a scream.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
My sophomore year, there's a lot of Nerf gun fights in the hallway. That happened a lot. It was harmless though. I never got shot.
My neighbors to the right of me freshman year, or left, whatever it was, had a giant. They bought like a concert venue, like
yes, I remember this.
And they had a microphone, so they would blast music. And if we had a view, you know that bridge that connects West Campus to everything else, yeah, where people would go fishing.
Yeah,
we had a view of that, even though we were 6 floors up. And if they saw somebody that they might have known, they would be like, "Hey, look what it is!" and just scream out the window.
You could hear their music playing from fucking like when you walked around the corner from Tyler.
Yeah,
and you would just hear them like, "What is that?" And AJ, oh yeah. And I remember I was like, "What the fuck is so loud?" AJ texted this guy blasting my.
Those are my neighbors. Yeah, those.
I was like, "You gotta be shitting me."
If it was raining, they would blast. It's raining. It's pouring. Oh my god!
They in the dorms. It was so funny.
I don't know where they got the giant ass speaker from, but they had it.
I feel like if you go to college, you gotta live in the dorms at least 1 year, just to experience like the nonsense that goes on. Not Johnson. If you go to a school and Johnson Hall's there,
why? Like don't break dance. It's fun.
Yeah, don't live there. Live in one of the
no. Johnson Hall was like cool. Johnson Hall was kind of cool because like me and Tyler were kind of the sore thumbs of like we stuck out like crazy over there. Because I had the terrible mistake of saying that I wasn't a fan of GST classes while I was in Johnson. And the RA, well, they weren't RAs, they were RMs.
Ooh,
they never liked me ever since that. But we had a GST class first time, second semester, and they wanted to go around the room, say their name, their major, and if they liked the GST course last year. Everyone's like, dude, I loved it. I met so many cool people. And I went, I didn't really like it. Like the idiot I am, I have to try to be a hero and be different. Yeah. And I went, I wasn't that big of a fan of it. And everyone looked at me like everyone looked at me like I said the worst thing they could have possibly heard in their life. And since then, people just looked at me differently. And I was like, what's the problem? I was like, you guys shut off the AC after a month in and then never turned it back on. And somehow this is my
that was the worst. I remember it's like you guys had AC.
Yeah, Johnson's whole big thing was, it has AC, it's going crazy. They shut it off not even a month, 3 weeks into the semester, and then they never turned it back on ever again.
When they turned on they turn on the heat, which is fine. The problem was like how long it took to turn off the heat every other dorm, because it gets hot in like middle of April. And they don't turn the heat off until like we're right about to leave. And so it's like 80 degrees out which is weird because it's also 2 degrees in the beginning of April. But it's like 80 degrees towards the end of April. And then and then it's just hot as shit. And you can't like survive. Your windows open, your doors open, you're sitting there in like shorts and a tank. Like, oh, it was disgusting.
It's disgusting. You know what I want to get into? And we could probably make this a whole ass episode of just like roommate dorm stories.
Oh yeah.
Because me and Tyler, I can go on for at least 3 episodes of what me and Tyler used to do in the dorms, like with just us in Johnson, and how awful we were fine together. Like we were fine because a lot of people back were like, well, when we were moving in, everyone from like Staten Island were like, you guys are gonna hate each other by the time this ends. And I was like, probably not. And we really didn't. We fought pretty bad once, and it was because I tried to flip a gallon of water onto his desk and it hit his coffee and it spilled and he freaked out on me. And then like we had to go to class together like 10 minutes after he yelled at me.
No, you had to walk together.
And he walked like 10 feet in front of me. And he didn't hold the door open for me or anything. I had the gallon of water and I was drinking. I'm like, I'm gonna flip this. And I just flipped it. And it landed, but it hit his coffee and it almost hit his PS4. And he freaked out on me. It was the funniest thing. But freshman year, we were the dirtiest people ever. We didn't clean our room. Like anything that spilled, we did a shitty job cleaning it up. I remember we were going out one time and I wanted to get mixed drinks. So I brought in like 2 things of Mountain Dew. I had 2 cups of Mountain Dew and I walked in the room and I spilled it all over my dresser, on my floor. It seeped into the dresser. And
no.
I just left. I didn't clean it up. Like it was just spilled everywhere and I never cleaned it up. And when I got back home that night, I still didn't look at it. And then we had to move out like 2 months later and I still never cleaned it up. And we had to scrape off this Mountain Dew residue, whatever was left of it after.
Oh, because all like the syrup and the sugar.
And it fell down to the floor and like it was stuck to the bottom and I couldn't move the dresser. We had to take everything. I had to rip the PS4 off of its dresser because that also stuck. And then had to take the TV out, had to rip the dresser off and had to scrape the Mountain Dew off of the floor.
Jesus.
We were awful roommates to each other. Like our clothes would get interlocked, change with each other because we would just throw clothes on the floor. And then when we had to do laundry, we would just pick up clothes and throw it in our hamper and we'd probably just do each other's laundry because it was all mixed up. Because we both just didn't care.
I didn't have any like the crazy. I don't know. The craziest thing, nothing crazy even happened. Like it was a very just one time.
I'm not saying like crazy. I'm just saying like how me and him function together. I'm just surprised with that last.
Me and Walling were fine. So.
Yeah, you guys were fine.
I would say if we talk about how as a house we function together, how it made no sense how we got anything done. It's very.
We were a very accomplished house.
Yeah, but it was weird because we would not get shit done, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning we would play a song and we become the most productive fucking people ever seen in mankind. It made no sense. It's like, yo, put on working for the weekend. We'll clean this bitch right now, and we actually did. Any other day, that shit's. It also was funny, but it's like I think we would take turns doing this too. Like if it was Friday night and people were about to come over, we would clean everything for some reason. I don't know why we would clean everything because it took 10 minutes for it to become a mess again. As soon as people showed up, everyone's shit is on the counter again. So I was like, oh, why did we just do the entire?
Mike did the most cleaning out of everybody in the house.
Yeah, though. Mike was always cleaning.
Yeah,
I was always cleaning because I always liked cleaning. Like I clean my apartment every like off day I have. I always just clean the entire apartment just for no reason because I feel like because right now there's like a sweatshirt on the ground and like socks from the night before. And I'm like, this place is a mess. I cannot believe I let it go like this. So also because I get PTSD from living with Tyler and having to live with that. And I'm not saying it was his fault. It was also my fault. But like, and also the amount of things that me and him broke in the dorms that we had to fix without getting charged. We broke a mirror, which wasn't our fault. Mirror in the dorm rooms.
Yeah.
So that was such a crazy thing because we didn't touch it and it fell because our window was open in the dorm and our door was open in the suite, and then Parker opened.
Oh, I remember this
suite, and then it created like this wind.
The wind tunnel. Yeah,
it swooped under the mirror and it shattered.
I remember this.
And we're cleaning it up, and Tyler looks at me and he picks up a shard of glass and goes, "Hey, if it makes you feel any better, this shard of glass kind of looks like Arkansas." And we never got charged with it. We also broke our dresser, like we cracked our dresser, because we were moving it, and the dresser opened up, and then we dropped it, and it just like cracked. We glued that together. We broke all the lampshades. And basically what happened was once you moved out, we went into your room and we took everything and we put it in our room. And then once the RA came in and checked everything, it was awesome.
Yeah.
We broke so many things. In Johnson too.
I think the amount of things we didn't break in the house also was pretty impressive. We didn't break that much in the house. Like the amount of like throwing of shit that we did.
Yeah, the house was pretty good.
Broke. Like I broke a mug once. A glass or two fell. That's really it.
Yeah.
I broke a mug on the last day we were there before COVID. It was actually that was like the first thing I broke the entire time. It was my mug too. So I was pretty mad about it.
The only weird thing, there was one weird thing in my room. There was just like from when I moved in, there was just a handprint on my closet door. I don't know what it was from. But from just the day I moved in there, and I tried scrubbing it. I used all different kinds of cleaner. Never came out, just a handprint. Like somebody put their hand in black ink and just high-fived my door.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, right on my
door.
Saw
it? Yeah, you never saw it?
No.
Mike was too busy lighting his arm hair on fire in my room.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
That was good.
We're talking about how when he would what's it called? He would take the string and put it in his mouth and fucking burn it.
I don't think they did there for that.
I think it was junior year. I don't know.
I definitely was. I remember him doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a lot of shits myself, but it was funny. So like that's just like kind of
it was funny. We were kids.
Yeah, that's just kind of like my thing about everything is like if you do something stupid and it's like, was it funny? And it's like, yeah, it was kind of funny. Then I'm like, all right, like it's worth it. Like Aaron sent me a video on TikTok and it was like, oh, if I'm a parent and like my kids get in trouble, like the first question I asked them was, well, was it funny? And then I'll decide if I'll punish them or not. And like they have to explain the story to me. And if I find it funny, then I don't punish them. And that's what I'm probably gonna do.
Yeah.
Like if it was funny,
it depends how severe it is,
they can't go to me and say, "Hey, I killed somebody." Like, oh, but it was kind of funny. I'll be like,
"Oh,
you're
an idiot.
Yeah, it's funny." You think I'm stupid? I'm not gonna have kids.
So going back to World War III, I saw this tweet. This guy, he got ratio.
What
what?
What a segue.
I tweeted, Googling young Ukrainian men to see the refugees we're getting soon. This guy.
What?
That's funny. See, that guy should get a joke. That's funny.
This guy tweeted, Googling young Ukrainian men to see the refugees we're getting soon.
Did he delete that tweet? I have to find that.
I don't know. I don't know if he tweeted it. I don't know if he deleted it. I saw a screenshot of it. And well, maybe he did if I saw a screenshot of it. When I saw it, it was at 30 likes and 556 quote tweets. I can only imagine what that blew up to. And Mike, did you see the tweet I sent in the group with
I know I did.
CNN, they're showing coverage of air sirens going off in the Ukraine. And just a poorly timed cut to commercial because it goes right to an Applebee's.
I wouldn't want
chicken fried.
Of course it was Applebee's too.
Mm-hmm. Chicken fried by Zach Brown Band. Yeah.
Stupid Applebee's song too that I can't stand. But yeah, no.
A poorly timed cut to a commercial.
No. Do you know when it's poorly timed? When they play it regardless. It's not good. I'm not going to get into this again. Stop it. I
was talking about the what's it called? Talking about how the Applebee's song is horrible, and then they had a fucking ad with the song that Mike fucking said was garbage last week. So is Applebee's listening to the pod? If so, why aren't you sponsoring us? I will gladly promote your fucking what's Applebee's thing? 2 for $10? I don't fucking know. I don't care. I will gladly promote it for $5.
Applebee's deal is if you can go 10 seconds to listen to this country song without throwing yourself off a bridge, we'll give you like $10 off apps.
I also saw this funny Twitter thread. This guy asked what are the best Dirty Mac songs of all time.
Yes.
And somebody said Jesse's Girl. And the guy had never heard it. And he is,
shocked.
Just in awe of the lyrics to Jesse's Girl. Now his Twitter name is Rick Springfield is a war criminal.
I saw in that list too was Girlfriend by NSYNC. So I didn't realize it is a very Dirty Mac song.
Oh, is it?
I
retweeted it saying I Should Be by Drew Hill because Cisco in that song gives the girl instructions on what to do in 4 easy steps to come back to him.
Oh,
fantastic.
God. Toxic.
Somebody tweeted a video of Joe Biden walking up to a podium and you hear the NBA draft song.
Yeah. It was Summer Boy Day. The first pick in the draft is Little Sasquatch.
It's all funny. It's all good.
Yeah, Twitter right now is just people saying it's not funny to talk about this and everyone else is just joking about it. Yeah. And to be fair, it's 2022. This is how we deal with stuff.
People
jokes.
Comedy. That's just
exactly.
That's what Twitter's always does with everything.
They did it with COVID too. We've been doing it for 1.5 years, 2 years now.
If I didn't cope with comedy, I don't know if I would be here still. Yeah. So, like in terms of like DC, not like me killing myself, but like I would probably moved out by now because I'm going crazy. But it's funny, so let's keep it going. Like I want to do like, do you know like those social experiments on YouTube where the dude like sits in like the world's most quietest room for like an hour and like he documents like how he's feeling? I'm gonna like try to mess up my mind so much in a year and see how I just respond.
Why?
To just.
But you're not documenting it. You're not even. You're just sitting there doing it.
I love this narrative that Mike is running that he can't leave his house.
But I have this podcast.
He has a car. He can go anywhere he wants.
See the door. The door is right behind you.
It's locked.
Mike's acting like he doesn't talk to me every day.
You're not fucking Rapunzel. You could leave the fucking apartment.
I'm so like I could only leave.
Tyler was there last week.
Yeah, and he left already. He had the power to leave. I
So
tried
do
to leave.
you do
You
too.
ever see the movie Cabin in the Woods?
No, but
But I know what it is.
So like they're trapped within this force field, and if they try to
The
leave,
force field's not there for you.
Dude. Yes,
This
it
isn't
is.
the Simpsons movie. There's no glass dome around your
You ever watch
apartment.
Under the Dome? It's a great show.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, so I'm gonna just. It's fun. It's fun. I'm having a great time. And
You're still a
I'm
popular loner.
Oh yeah. I'm also like, I'm probably also going to be the only person alive here because DC is so close to me, and that's probably going to be the number one target for any.
No,
attack.
New York would be the number one target. You would still die because it's pretty sure it's in the radius. You know, one nuke can fuck the entire country up. I feel like people don't really understand that. They put a nuke in the middle of Kansas, we'll still fucking die.
But
they won't do that.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll see. And I'm using these podcasts to kind of document my behavior. Probably
it's probably more deranged over in time.
So 3 months from now, I'm probably not even going to understand a word you guys are saying. I have my own language to speak from.
You literally could just walk outside. Just go get some fresh air.
Dude, that's why I have the heater next to me. It blows in fresh air.
It's the same air.
It blows in new air for me. It's just a little bit hotter. And dude, when the AC comes in, when I could finally have AC again, oh man, I'm gonna go crazy in here. I could finally sleep normally because it's always so hot in here, but you can't turn it off. You can't turn the heat off because it constantly goes on. And so I'm just waiting for the AC to come back on.
You don't have a thermostat in your house?
I do have a thermostat, but the heat still blows. Like it doesn't
Just
change.
lower it.
I have been lowering it.
Oh.
It doesn't do anything after a while. It's still at some point it's still gonna. It's still also
because once the room gets to a certain temperature, it has to kick back in. That's how thermostats work.
I understand how thermostats work, but it's still no matter what it does, it still blows
I think
hot.
it's just stupid.
So
Mike, why don't you make friends with some of your neighbors? At least try to talk to somebody.
am I gonna knock on their door with fucking oatmeal cookies and be like,
you went to Johnson Hall, you should be fucking.
Yeah, you learned how to do it.
Leave your door open. That's what they always tell you in college. Your door would have, and when people walk by, just look at them awkwardly.
dude, I asked the front desk person a question the other day, and he looked at me like, why are you speaking to me? It was the weirdest thing. I asked him a question about like a parking garage that was around here because when Tyler was coming in, and he was like, I have no idea what you're saying. And I went, all right, goodbye. All right, goodbye. The interactions I've had here, and I haven't even gotten into the lids story, and we don't have to. I'm not getting into that today.
The what story?
The lids story.
Oh yeah.
I'm not getting into that. That pissed me off so much.
That's a 30-minute story right there.
Dude,
I can't believe that happened.
The people that fucking.
I can't believe there was a real person.
Yeah, it's really a great atmosphere.
Also,
And,
have you guys ever seen a lids that's not bigger than the rooms we're in right now?
Yeah. Why are they always so? I mean, what do you need? Why do you need?
They're selling hats and Mike.
I mean, what are they? I mean, a lids doesn't need to be the size of a Macy's with 3 floors, and it doesn't need to be that. Not that
no,
many
it
hats.
doesn't. It certainly doesn't, but they certainly need people to ride or die for them. So hey guys, I can't go into work today. I'm getting drafted. What, you don't want to go into lids? You don't want to lids? No, I don't want to go into lids.
They're gonna be like, you got drafted to another lids.
You got drafted wait, did you tell me you got drafted to Foot Locker? Did you get drafted to Mitchell and Ness? Don't tell me you moved to
Don't
Mitchell
tell me
and
those
Ness.
fucks at champs fucking got you.
Bro, they're sending you to the lids in Dundalk, Maryland. You're here. You're in Silver Spring. What's happening?
It isn't even in Silver Spring. It's in Hyattsville, Maryland. It's like, like 20 minutes from me. So it wasn't even
champs
worth
still a
it.
thing?
Champs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still open in Newburgh. Okay, that's pretty sure. I mean, I don't go to the Newburgh Mall because it's not a mall. So I wouldn't. I don't know what's in there. That place used to be a mall in its heyday, but now it's just Sears and Office Depot. I don't even think you can go to the mall through Office Depot anymore. Even though I went to Office Depot one day, there was one person in there. So shit's depressing as fuck.
You know, Staples changed their logo. Speaking of stores like that,
Yeah, I saw that.
to an actual staple.
Yeah. That's why the Lakers dropped them as a sponsor, actually. They didn't want to fucking deal with the new logo. They want to change the logo on top to an ugly ass staple. So they said, okay, call it crypto.com. Because they didn't even think crypto.com existed. They just thought it would be cool.
So bad. I texted you about this earlier today. You didn't answer, but I texted.
Oh yeah, I meant to. My bad. I was too busy.
I like Frank Ocean now.
I don't know why you didn't like
dude,
Frank
I can
Ocean
give you a
anymore.
lot of Frank Ocean songs to listen to.
Yeah, the entire Channel Orange and Blonde album.
I saw a TikTok of him singing, and I was like, you know what?
I know exactly. I think I know exactly what is it. Was it Novocaine?
I don't know. I don't know enough about Frank Ocean.
There's been a bunch of Frank Ocean songs that have been trending because of the stem player.
Oh yeah, I did see that too. Bad Religion.
Oh, are they like?
It's the vocals only.
The vocals,
Only. Yeah.
That is pretty cool. I do want to get one of those for that reason. I don't need to listen. I don't need to get it just for Donda 2, but you know.
I'm not paying $200 for a fucking for a Google Home. What the fuck on my face?
Yeah.
If I had the money to, I probably would. But that's a whole.
It's not even Donda 2 hasn't even came out on it. There's like 4 songs from it, and they're not finished.
They're never finished.
Like the listening party was a mess too. That shit was hilarious because like the audio was just like horrible.
He had to have fired every engineer that worked on that. I mean, there was a nightmare.
Fine God.
But yeah, I couldn't. When I was watching the TikTok, I couldn't think of any like actual legitimate reason to not like Frank Ocean anymore. Not that I ever had a real good one. I was just like, okay, I like him now. That was it. I changed my mind. So I'll start listening.
It's just like Succession. AJ was like, you know what? Succession's actually pretty good.
You know why? Because I started more people I knew started watching it, and I started to talk to people about it more. So the more I talked about it, the more I realized, like, you know what, the show's pretty good.
Yeah. AJ, you know what's actually, I don't think the show is good at all. And like the fact that we're even watching it is pretty impressive. I don't think Love is Blind is good. Now that I think about it.
You know what?
I want this because a lot of it is just filler.
Yeah.
It's useless.
Also, this season, you could tell none of these couples actually like each other.
Yeah.
Maybe one person does, but the other doesn't.
I can't. I just saw myself skipping through so much of it because I was just like, this is just useless. Also, the fights these people are getting are so useless and they all last like 2 minutes.
Stupid. Oh,
like who gets to? They seem like these. It's like they're just talking and then they get in an argument and it's resolved all in one scene.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like that before. You know, Euphoria has better storytelling than this. They don't even tell a story every time.
It's also this crop of couples in Love is Blind. They're not as entertaining or as like kind of wild as the first group of people.
They weren't.
They're not. So a lot of the filler scenes that were in season 1, 2 were at least a little more entertaining because the people were weird. They're like in the regular Joe Schmoes, like
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you best know I'm tuning in tomorrow night for the finale.
Oh, me too. Shane is flared, is just revved up and ready to go.
The promo got me. The promo was getting me. I was like, damn, it's gonna be electric content.
That dude's eyes are just bugging out of his skull.
They looks he's like he coked out at all times.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just because the group of people aren't as entertaining. And also, at least in season 1, Amber and Barnett and Cameron and Lauren, you could tell genuinely liked each other. Yeah. This season, nobody likes each other.
No.
I haven't even got into it. I never cared.
Don't do it.
Yeah. And there were 2 couples this season they didn't even show.
Once I followed the trend of watching quarantine shows like Tiger King, that was the end of it.
Oh, Love is Blind was not a quarantine. It was a week before a quarantine show. Like we all started watching it right before we all got sent home. I do remember that because I started watching it in Oswego. Yeah,
it's crazy how big of a phenomenon that show became. Did either of you guys watch season 2
of what, Tiger King?
Yeah.
No,
you didn't.
And I'm not watching the Peacock version of it either.
Neither am I. I didn't watch it either.
It was cool. It was cool the first season. It was awesome, but it should have just stayed like that.
If quarantine and COVID never happened, that would not have been as big as it became. That was a phenomenon.
Nope, it wouldn't be good.
it would have had a week. It would have had a week where it was talked about and popular. Like, remember that documentary on Netflix, The People in Idaho with Mr. B?
Yep.
It had like that week and a half where it was all talked about.
Abducted in plain sight.
What?
Abducted in plain sight.
Yeah, exactly. It had that week and a half where it was talked about and it was all the rage. Then it died out like everything else. That would have been Tiger King.
Yeah, it would have been exactly like Tiger King. Because Tiger King was good. I don't even know what the second season even would be talked about.
I don't care.
I really don't even care to know.
They're making a show on Peacock with Kate McKinnon too. That shit doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, no, you know what the funniest part was is that I said that maybe 3 seconds ago.
I was
like
posting
maybe.
Sorry, Kanye posted on Instagram how Pete Davidson already is gone from Instagram because everybody on it. He posted something and then everyone told him to find God. So you know.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just focused on Kanye.
Some of the things Kanye says on Instagram are pretty funny, but we're legitimately witnessing just a human being have a full-blown mental breakdown in real time.
You know, for like the 5th time in like 5 years. So
right, this isn't the first time it's happened.
You know, remember when he just went out. He used to it's the same thing he used to do on Twitter. When you just go on those tweet rants.
Yeah.
Remember like when he just yelled at Wiz Khalifa for like an hour and a half?
One time
I am your OG, you will respect me as such.
What was it? There was one time he like in an hour and a half he tweeted 200 times or something like that.
Dude, it was a while back. Man.
Yeah. This isn't the first time this has happened. It's sad. It's sad to see, but at the same time, this
you send emojis, bro. That was my favorite.
We might have talked about this before, but athletes and famous people, but even more specifically athletes, need to either learn how to use emojis or stop using.
It's on you, LeBron, you fucking coward. Change your team. That boy nice.
Just a kid from Akron or whatever the hell he did.
Right for greatness. Fucking can't stand that man sometimes.
Yeah. He's corny Twitter. Very corny Twitter.
Good.
What? LeBron having a corny Twitter is good.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, people you know, we used emojis like that at some point. When
I was 14.
Yeah, but they also happen to be like 27 when it came out. So they're both just using it the same way we did, just at different ages. And it's Pat. I don't think you understand. He's just a kid from Akron. And Pat's also just in denial. I've talked to Pat for the past couple of days, and his tone is just in denial because he refuses to believe that Vince Carter is a top 5 basketball player of all time. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like it at all because he doesn't like facts. That's what I've noticed about Pat. He hates facts.
Well, Pat has a narrative, and he can't let facts get in the way.
You can't let facts get in the way of your narrative. Thank you.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly. Pat's got agendas to push and narratives to.
Thanks for reading my Twitter. that's my Twitter bio. I have agendas to push. And my pin tweet is don't let facts get in the way of your narrative.
the last bio that Pat had, it was pretty like it wasn't. I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't good. It was pretty offensive. I don't remember what it was.
My last bio was Mets, Knicks, Arsenal.
It was pretty offensive to like
Giants. Pain.
It was pretty offensive to a group of people. I don't know if I can repeat it.
Ooh.
I don't know.
It's Toronto Raptors fans.
So one thing we haven't talked about yet, and I mentioned in the intro at the beginning of the show, Troy Aikman hit the dip on Fox going to ESPN.
Wait,
is it true?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I thought it was rumored.
Yeah, no, I think he's still leaning. I think he's just leaning towards. I don't think he's made a decision yet.
But he might get 180 mil if he does go from ESPN.
Oh, because they can just bring Sean Payton in.
That's true. They could bring Kevin James in and Sean McVay.
Greg Olson. I saw Greg Olson's name being thrown around.
He's gonna be the next I don't know who the number 2 is at Fox. 5. Yeah. Oh, geez, what the for Monday Night Football?
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know what I'm excited for if we do get a baseball season? The alternate broadcast for Sunday Night Baseball with A-Rod and Michael.
I want to hear 2 Yankees guys looking commentating a Yankees Red Sox game.
I'm more excited for Michael
they show on Sunday Night Baseball.
I'm more excited for Michael K than I am A-Rod, just because Michael K I'm happy to see on Sunday Night Baseball. But alternate broadcasts are really just changing sports. Like it's just fantastic. what's it called? The All-Star game the other night with the TNT guys was great. With Ernie was broadcasting and Chuck and Shaq and Kenny. Fantastic. The Manning cast I love. It's great. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
That's not a knock on any of the regular broadcasters because they're good too. Like Steve Levy on
I
Monday
think
Night
baseball is
Football.
just better when it has for me at least. I just like local like broadcasts of it.
Yeah.
Like, I think like local people do a better job than like the main broadcast like ESPN or
Well, that's why
Fox.
I'm excited for Michael K because he's kind of like to us, he's a local guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's also just awful, but
You do not slander Michael K.
no, I like Michael K. I just, gotta hate the rivals, man.
The rivalry Subway Series.
It's a Subway series. Yeah. So I don't know. Yes Network to me I never liked Yes Network just growing up. Like I never liked the vibe, I guess it kind of gave off. Like it seemed more structured and more like it seemed more structured than like SNY was. SNY always seemed kind of like more like free flowing a little bit. But I guess that's just Michael K's voice just sounding more like not, I guess, professional when it doesn't need to be. But then once I figured out that like once I started listening to like Michael K's like radio show and he started becoming like more loose and then he just it changed my mind. But that's just how the vibe I got.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
I did when I was a kid. I liked SNY's like 30-minute, what the hell is it called? The recap of Sports Night. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that as a kid.
SNY had some very good shows growing up.
Yeah.
Beer Money.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Beer Money was good.
Yeah,
I remember like growing up. I remember growing up. I used to like wake up at like 6 a.m. for school. And I used to always turn on Mets Fast Forward at 6 o'clock in the morning at SNY, and I would watch like the hour abbreviated of the game if I fell asleep the night before.
Mm-hmm.
That was sick.
Before school, I would either watch Sports Center, or if I got bored of Sports Center and they weren't showing any really cool highlights, I would ESPN2 Mike and Mike in the morning. That's what I would do. Those were the two sports channels I knew really off the top of my head before school. Those were my big things.
Yeah, I love Sports Center in the morning.
Yeah, it was great. It was better back then. I don't watch Sports Center now. I sometimes Scott.
That's how you can watch Sports Center. You can watch Scott Van Pelt. It's the only Sports Center you can watch because like the rest of it's useless.
I like Scott Van Pelt when he does it at night, the 11 o'clock broadcast. But other than that, I'm not really watching Sports Center anymore. Yeah.
Ugh, kids these days, huh?
Kids these days. What do
you? Whole lot of this, not a lot of this.
Oh, that's so true. Facts.
Kids these days, they never look up from the phones. Go outside.
Well, can we please not get into this right now? Because I could go on for another hour about that. About
we can get into the USFL a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess the XFL sold out.
I don't get why people hate the idea of other leagues, like a second football league.
Nah, I don't. Me and Mike were actually talking about this last night. I don't hate it, but I will not watch it. I don't see a point. I just like by week 6. When does the USFL start?
April 16th.
Yeah, that's not a good time to start a football league. There's 2 playoffs of way more important sports going on at the same time.
I think we can make as simple as that about it. I think we can make a whole episode about
100%. Yeah.
I would have no desire to watch second-rate football, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Like the same way I wouldn't want to watch
second
second-rate any other sport, you know?
I loved when the AAF was around, even though it was god awful football. I liked it still. I thought it was fun. I loved when the XFL right before the pandemic was here. I as a kid, I loved arena football so much. I loved it. I used to be on ESPN late Saturday nights. It was fantastic. I used to love watching the Philadelphia Soul and like the Dallas Renegades or whatever the hell they were.
Renegade.
Phoenix Kite.
I don't know. I just
something
like
Kite.
It's
Somebody
a very
was Coyote.
niche audience of people who were like want to watch football in the middle of May.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just not one of those people. Like I'm perfectly content with football ending in February. Like I'm fine with that. It's sad for like 2 days, and it's like okay, there's 8 other things: March Madness, NBA playoffs, Stanley Cup, baseball. It's fine. You're basically good for that. You know.
I think I still have my autographed New York Dragons shirt signed by the wide receiver Chris Anthony, number 86. Met him. Kind of fun.
His name was Chris Anthony.
Chris Anthony. Number 86, the New York Dragons.
Can't trust people with 2 first names.
Oh man. All right, you guys want to wrap this up?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is a fun one. I just blanked out. I completely lost my train of thought there for a
Good.
second.
Okay, so I'll, how about I fit in today? Fill in today.
What's up? Yeah, go for it.
How about I fill in today? Pat, plug your socials.
Patrick O'Shea on Twitter. Also at not Pat O'Shea on Twitter. I've been using that account more to tweet more things that
I've
people
seen that.
are.
Yeah.
To just tweet more things that come to the top of my head that aren't good enough for the main. I guess. I don't know.
AJ,
I realized I had 2 Twitter accounts. So I just started using the other one.
AJ, plug your socials.
At AJ Batista with 2 A's at the end of Batista on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the Bomcast on YouTube and wherever get your podcast.
Don't follow me on anything right now because Trump's social app is not ready for me yet. I guess it's been taking a couple days, but once that happens, I'll send out the deets.
All right, that's
All
it.
right, AJ, let's go.
All right. I thought there was going to be more to that. All right. Take care, everybody.